Welcome to my sketchbook tour. I'm going to be touring the first half of this sketchbook, just so that I can get out videos more consistently. I like to chop my sketchbooks in half and show you the first half when I'm finished with it. That being said, I've been done with the first half for weeks. I haven't been feeling up to it, but today I am doing it now. Yeah, there's a bunch of chopped up, I'll put stickers on and I'll cut off the bottom. So there's some Sonic feet, there's Killua feet. You know, I just stick a bunch of shit in my sketchbook, if you couldn't tell by the thickness. Anyway, starting off with Peachette, because I guess this is right after they added it to the Mario Kart DLC. Now, there's gonna be a lot of Pokemon in this one. Anyway, this is obviously Miku, but this one, they had a collaboration with Pokemon and Miku, and there's some really awesome designs that they put out for that, because they put out a Miku for every single typing. And then they've started to put out songs, but after a certain amount of time, it's I don't know, the hype has died down, and this is evil Miku. Already starting off with some pretty shitty art. My art does not look this shitty normally, don't judge me for that. And some Jirachi. I really like Jirachi. They're my favorite mythical. Better than Mew. Sorry, I had to say it. Some Rin and Len sketches. Very fun. And here's a Gon that doesn't look horrendous. We've done it. I always feel like the anime characters that have that kind of crazy hair are so difficult for me to draw, just because I don't know how to make it look good, because I have a very soft kind of art style, and it doesn't really, it just doesn't translate that crazy Goku hair almost that Gon has. More Miku, because when I don't know what to draw, I default to Miku. With a little bonus, I think I referenced this. I don't reference art enough. I don't reference my art enough, I feel, because I feel I don't know, it would turn out a lot better if I used references, because this is really ass, and you can tell I didn't use a reference here. And this one, there's some form and flow to it. This is a sketch of all the piercings I want. I actually got snake bites in the course of this sketchbook, so I'm one step closer. But I don't think I have the anatomy for an eyebrow piercing, so it'll probably just fall out if I get it. Oh! Would you look at that? I got snake bites. Here's a Meet the Artist. I'm unfortunately super lame. Sorry about that. Showing off my corny tattoos. I got these Five Nights at Freddy's stuffed animals. I sold this one because I have so many knickknacks. I don't have space for all of them, unfortunately. But I kept the puppet one because the puppet's my favorite. Other than Mangle, but can't really translate Mangle to plushie form that well. This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, so we're moving on. I have to stop saying wanted to say. Here's some art that finally looks good. I feel the first start of this sketchbook was really weak. Some of this stuff did not look great. So here's a drawing that I can say looks good. Are we proud? Here's an emu. I have a gacha addiction. And so I can't let myself play gacha games. So I don't play this game anymore. Sometimes I open it just to play the rhythm part, but I try not to get into it too much because that's just my thing. I will gamble with money, with real money. Here, this is a redraw of when I had my Cookie Run Kingdom phase. Unfortunately, I did spend money on that too because gambling. So I stopped playing that as well. But the characters are really cute in that game. You can't judge me. They're adorable. They're little cookies. I mean, come on. Oh, here's some Linkin Park lyrics because I'm going through an overplayed emo music phase. I still am, honestly. Here was some vent art that I just stuck Pokemon cards on top of, and then that thing. I don't even know how to say her name. Firen? I'm not good at that, but this was a really good anime, honestly. It's like about grief, and I haven't watched past episode 4 still, even though I watched this in December. So I really need to get on that. I don't know why I dropped it. Like, it's not like I really liked the first 4 episodes, but anyway, Sonic, I feel like I'm legally required to brush up on my Sonic drawing abilities, so that's what this is. Because if I forget how to draw him, I'll be like so crushed, you know? Anyways, this one's, I wish this was like digital, because I would just move the head just slightly down, because it's just disconnected and it bothers me. Anyway, more of my overplayed emo music phase with Pierce the Veil. Here's Flower, my beloved. This is like about when I dropped off of the face of social media, because I was uber depressed. And I kind of went into this whole thing about like, I couldn't find ways to put value in my own art if I didn't get enough likes or comments on my posts. I would be like, oh, it's because my art sucks. And I don't know, that's not the point of drawing, of course, but I just can't help but feel that way. So I've been really taking a step back from posting on Instagram. I think since this drawing I've posted twice, and that was early December, and now it's mid-February. So this is like a drawing I actually like, but like, again, if this was digital art, I could just like select the head and make it smaller, because that's the only thing. Like, I like the details and stuff, but just make the head smaller. Like, ugh. Miss 5 head over here. Infuriating. I think I was kind of going through art block. Again, this was immediately after I decided to like take a break and like draw for myself. And I was finding it hard to do that if I knew I wasn't gonna post it, if that makes sense. Again, not a healthy mindset. These sticky note drawings were when my sister was taking too long to get off work, and so I just drew in the car. So I drew a Ren, and then my hand holding the sticky notes. And then some Sonic. This page is like not full at all, but I think I just didn't want to come back to it, so I just stuck a bunch of shit in it. Here's some stuff. I don't know how well you can see, but here's how my art starts out. I kind of just block everything out first, and then I put details. I feel like that's a good tip for beginner artists. Block out the pose first, before you do anything. Then you can place everything proportionately a lot easier, instead of like drawing a detailed head and then going like, why can't I put the shoulders in the right place? Here's some Don't Starve stuff. I feel like people in the art community don't appreciate this game enough. It's a beautiful fucking game, in my humble opinion. I was trying to just kind of do a collage, I guess, of things I like, just so I can like, I guess, look for it for inspiration if I ever want to think of something to draw, maybe. I don't know. It was just kind of something to do. I didn't feel like drawing, but I wanted to contribute to the sketchbook. And if you couldn't tell by now, I love sticking shit on top of my art, so I feel like collaging goes really well with that. Perfect sentence. Anyway, here's Pinkie Pie. She's a silly goose. Anytime I draw in black pen, I can't really put color over it because it like muddies the colors a lot. You can tell with this pink it turned kind of almost grayish. And so when I was shading, I didn't want to blend out the shading, but it doesn't look too bad despite the muddied kind of colors. And then again, just trying to find some things to draw when I was just drawing for myself. So that's what this was. I actually like this page. I like the pink with the yellow on top, and I like this Afton drawing, Springtrap or Spring Bonnie, either one. And then I forgot that I wrote this. I got really into Pokemon. This is where the Pokemon hyperfixation starts, and there's pretty much just a ton of Pokemon drawings here. I got the DLC for Scarlet and Violet. It was a really good DLC. I really like Kieran. And I feel like I knew, because I didn't even start playing the DLC. I just saw Kieran's design, and I was like, I'm gonna like this character, so I drew him. I knew ahead of time that he would be my favorite from the DLC. And I really don't like her. Anyway, this is Ogerpon. I love Ogerpon so much. I actually got an Ogerpon plush. Again, the need to buy knickknacks when you have a hyperfixation. Ugh. I gotta stop with that shit. Oh yeah, this was after Christmas. Okay. I got this Mifa figure from my dad for Christmas. It's right here. You can't tell. But I did a drawing of that. Didn't exactly finish it, but alas. And then I wanted to draw the dragon from Tears of the Kingdom. I won't have any more details on that in case you haven't played it, but Tears of the Kingdom is actually my favorite Zelda game, and Breath of the Wild is right under that. So anyway, some more Pokemon. I drew like the main three. I honestly feel like these are like some of the best Pokemon rivals. I don't know, I just like love them so much. They're my favorite. I drew an OC. I don't know, I had this vision of them drawing themselves and their boyfriend like as Animal Crossing characters. I don't know, I feel like that's something they would do because they're an artist as well, so I drew that out because I had the idea. This is literally us. Like, they would. Some more Pokemon, because what am I if not someone that draws their hyperfixations over and over? This one I wanted to create a Vaporeon, like, Jijinka, if that's even how you pronounce it. If you know, you know. Basically, you turn, like, a Pokemon into a human. But then I had the idea, because in the games you can be challenged by Eevee fan. I think it's in Sword and Shield. And so I wanted to like make a Vaporeon fan, you know, so I drew them with Vaporeon, and I like had the whole design based on them. I feel like it turned out pretty cute. I kind of messed up the eyes, but don't pay attention to that. Other than that, it's pretty cute. I like it. I drew some ugly drawings, so I kind of covered them up. I didn't really try. I think I was just trying to draw for the sake of... Okay. For the sake of putting something on paper, but didn't really turn out. So I covered it by a bunch of shit. This is a drawing I did at work. And these are some drawings in the tags I got for more stuffed animals. Because of course! This is a video I did. If you didn't watch it, go check it out. It's pretty much me struggling to use paints. It's very textured. I don't hate it as much as I hated it in the video. Because by the end I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever drawn. But it's not that bad. Some more Pokemon. What's new? I cannot resist adding Jirachi to fill space because I love Jirachi. Best mythical. Argue with the wall. I tried to draw another Meowscarada to like redeem myself after this page, but then like the green wasn't quite the right color, and so I tried to like put white pen all over it to make it look lighter and make it look like fur texture. Let me know if that was a good decision. I personally don't think it was. Doesn't look the best, but I didn't want to put another layer on top to make it even darker. So it just kind of looks like that now. And also Meowscarada only has 3 fingers. I learned that after I gave it 4. Oops. A Mega Lucario because I love Mega Evolutions. A Serena, Mawile, Gardevoir, Rowlet. We're just naming all the Pokemon on the page now. Isn't this fun? Another one of those times where I started a page and I'm like, I just kind of don't want to finish this. So I just stuck shit in. I got some, I got like 2 card packs and they didn't have anything in them, so. Me with Meowscarada, and then little Magby. And Crispin, who I really love from the DLC. I feel like they were really silly, and I liked him a lot. I got a shiny Luxray, who I named Buttershocks. Like, it's supposed to be like butterscotch, but like, because it's an electric Pokemon, like it, Buttershocks, do you get it? Anyways, more Pokemon drawings, some of Mudkip, the water puppy. I tried to draw like a screenshot of Koraidon, like rolled up sleeping, but it didn't turn out the best. And a drawing of my trainer again, and then an Abra. This I wanted to like draw the scene of all the main characters meeting Kieran, because I thought that was a really cute moment in the epilogue of the DLC. I had to extend the paper to fit all of them in. And so it does kind of look like Penny's just like maybe a little bit too far away, but I didn't want to put her like behind Arvin's backpack. So, I mean, oops, I don't know what I would have done. Yeah, I've got the triple Baka squad. Oh my god, the most cringe thing I've ever said in my entire life. I was watching the Pokemon anime because I actually didn't watch this as a kid. Even though I'm such a big Pokemon fan, I feel like I would have loved it when I was younger. But I think I might have watched like some of the other seasons, like when they came on, but not like the first season, so I never saw it. So I drew Jessie because she slays so much, and I actually kind of like this Ekans and Coughing. I think these turned out pretty accurate to what the Pokemon look like. And I was on TikTok, and they had like a make your pony based on your, like, I think like letters of your name and birthday and stuff, and this is about how mine turned out. And I made them into a human because slay. I did these at work and I stuck them in because, again, my sister was taking so long to get off. We work in different apartment. Nope, not correct. Different departments. And so sometimes I finish way earlier than her. So I had a bunch of extra time, so I drew all these because I have no shame, and people probably saw me drawing and went like, wow, what a loser, but I don't care. Here, my power went out for like multiple days because there was like a huge like snowstorm, because global warming. So I drew some Kieran to cope. He's pretty slay. I do like his hairstyle before better than when it gets up in the second half, but I can appreciate his hairstyle both ways. This is like day 2 that the power was out, and I was kind of like so fucking cold because going that long without heating is kind of miserable, especially when you live in the mountains. So I was just trying to draw, but I'm like, I'm so cold. I don't even feel like it. So I just like stopped, and I never really came back to this page. This one I wanted to make like a Narpy OC because that was like kind of a trend of like putting things through a voice filter and then like saying this is like Narpy singing this song, and I thought it was a cute trend, so I like made an OC based on that cat thing, which I later learned was like some Roblox character. I didn't know about that. I just knew about the trend, and so I made a character based on the cat just because it's fun. There's another Narpy drawing based on my version. Got into The Last of Us. This is another example of my soft style doesn't really translate to that kind of game. This was the first game, and I watched a playthrough of all of that, like binged it, and then I got to the second game, so that's what this is. The ending kind of ruined me, so I won't talk about it, because you should get into The Last of Us. Really good game, and sequel. Miku, I don't really have much to say. It's like another Miku, like, can't resist drawing her. I kind of forgot about this page. Drew some Pikmin, like a scene of like Pikmin getting chased, because I'm still a Pikmin lover at heart. Here was my character in Pikmin 4. And then here's a cat from Stray, if you know the game. This is literally the only content I've drawn from it. And this was a redraw, but as you can see, I didn't like how it turned out, so I tried again. And I liked the one that this one took like half the time, and I like this way better. So, sometimes the detail isn't everything. Sometimes the simpler version is just better. This is the first time I picked up Copics, and I have so many of them, and they're just kind of rotting in a drawer, unfortunately. This was referenced. Again, use your references. It was like from the Project Diva games of Luca and Miku. They're kind of back to back. It was cute. Kind of got interrupted by this drawing. My bad. Didn't really plan for that, but the Luca looks good. I like how Luca turned out, so. Again, Jirachi. Can I tell you how much I love Jirachi? This one, if you know these characters, you, like, are a real one, in my humble opinion. They're from DS games of, like, pet simulators. So there's a hamster one and there was a bunny one. And, like, I've never seen anyone talk about them. And I was just drawing things on my desk. So this was this little Pikachu. And then this was a Sunny Angel, because he's so cute. This is like the only Sunny Angel I like, because he actually has clothes on. And we're finally at the halfway mark. Finally, we made it. This is just Genshin. I'm super... I got into Genshin, I got Zhen Yun, and then I pulled for C1 and lost the 50-50 to Kuching and stopped playing. So, don't gamble, kids. Again, I cannot be trusted with gambling games. Anyway, that's halfway through my sketchbook. I know it doesn't look like it because I stick so much shit in, but this, I counted the pages before I started. Like, this is halfway. And when we're done, these pages will be just as thick. So, look out for that, I suppose. If you want to leave a like. If you want to comment, you can comment. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. I will see you next time. Peace.